Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Big Dirty Frydays with me, your host, Michael Fry, bringing you hard-hitting reports, engaging guests and the best of this week's entertainment. And the headlines today. A major blow for the economy as the School of Life and Hard Knocks goes into receivership, causing widespread job losses among full and part-time mad bastards.
Yeah, I mean, I spent a lot of money with the School of Hard Knocks to upscale and now it's gone. I mean, I have a full-time mammy at home to support. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Following the cabinet reshuffle, the new Minister for Embalming says his new job is a huge undertaking. And war rages on in the People's Republic of Bomdanovia as rebels clash with the military in the main city of Kaboom. We sent our newest and most vulnerable member to investigate what it's like in the main city of Kaboom. It's our TY work experience student, Billy. Billy, what's it like there? Is it a bit like Fortnite?
Hi, Mr. Fry. It's pretty loud here in Kaboom, so I can't hear you too good, but there's explosions and there's guns, and somebody took my PSP and smashed it on the ground, so it's kind of not like Fortnite at all, really.
Is there any indication that the conflict will spread to other areas of the region?
I don't even know what region I'm in, Mr. Fry. Where did you send me?
Well, it's not up to me to tell you, Billy. Maybe you should stay there a little longer to get your facts straight.
I don't think I have much longer, Mr. Fry.
And that's all for now, Billy. We'll return to you soon. Next up, we talk to Malcolm outside, finding out what the weather is like outside. On this week's Ireland Unadulterated, we spoke to news anchor Michael Fry about becoming a father for the first time, being an Irish television star, and the go-karting accident that changed everything. Why did I sleep with my sister's husband? Well, I mean, she should have thought about that before she got me lost in the dark cave without Flash. Is this still about Pokemon Red? Yes, it's about Pokemon Red still. I'm sorry, Michael, am I boring you? Hello and welcome back to Big Dirty Frydays. I'm your host, Michael Fry. Let's find out what the weather is like. Standing outside is Malcolm outside.
Hello everybody, I hope you're having a very dirty Friday today. The weather this week will be much the same as last week, with a status yellow warning for grey skies. And so if you're taking pictures of gardens and maybe tasteful nudes, you're advised to stay well clear. The weather inside should be about the same as it always is, with temperatures in sheds, garages, fridges, considerably colder than those in homes and offices. As for the rest of the week, I see green bins were put out today, so we can expect grey skies, even greyer skies, dullness, and maybe a slight risk of sunshine, which I think we all hope doesn't happen, because as they say, sun in the sky, kiss your loved ones goodbye. Advice from Meteor would be to wear some of your clothes, but not all of your clothes. Keep your pets well fed and watered, tie your laces before you leave the house, and read to your children before you put them to bed, because it's good for the brains. Anyway, that's all for me today, Michael. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you very much, Malcolm. Now, thanks to the impending apocalypse of Brexit, many people are resorting to unique solutions to prevent themselves dying alone. One such person is nurse Regina Mortis and her husband Colin. Big Dirty reporter Linda Riley caught up with Regina earlier on today.
Thank you very much for coming on the show today, Regina.
You're very welcome.
Regina, can you tell us a little bit about Colin?
Well, he's a brilliant listener. He respects me. He loves me. He's quiet and he's thoughtful. It's just...
And where did you first meet Colin, Regina?
I met Colin when I was a nurse at the hospital. I was his nurse. It was about 10 years ago. And he was a lovely man. And I fell in love with him straight away, even though I wasn't supposed to. And sometimes I'd slip in the odd bit of extra medication, and he couldn't vocalise it, but I knew he appreciated it.
And when then did your physical relationship with Colin start?
It was one day after my shift. Colin had pressed the buzzer for a nurse's attention. I think specifically for my attention. And we started making love and we took it from there.
And I understand there has been a bit of judgment there. How has your relationship been received?
You know, we get a lot of comments and a lot of funny looks, and you know, it's usually silly little things. It's usually ignorant children or older people who would do things like call Colin a skeleton. They would call me things like Ghoulie Andrews and a necromancer, and that is hurtful. I can't deny that, but I mean, Colin's family are horrified, but we try and keep in contact with them. I send them a Christmas card every year, but we don't get anything back. But it's the love between us that keeps everything going and keeps us going.
Now, forgive me, this may be a delicate question to ask, but how do you...
There are some very obvious logistical issues, but there's more than one way to express your love or desire for someone. Is that right, Colin?
Is he going to be able to respond?
No, he is dead.
I must admit, when I first heard the story of Colin and Regina, I was shocked to my core and violently ill. What I saw displayed inside was two people very much in love. And despite the illegality of what they're doing and the horrifying smell of a rotting corpse, there's very little anyone can do to split these two up. We'll be catching up with Regina a little later on.
His dick fell off.
And that was Linda Riley there with a special report. A reminder that Regina's book, Wanking the Dead, My Husband Colin, is on sale now in all good bookshops. Well, that's it from Big Dirty Fridays. And from all of us here, a very good evening.